Pat? Oh. Sure. Could I get their names?
Grandma Karen and Roxy
Okay.
from Independence. That's Casey's.
A reminder that anytime is asking
All right.
fans to honor a
The
handshake
Von Lendums
symbol
from
while
Cedar
wearing
Rapids.
masks.
Could I get that name again?
Von Lendums. Lendums.
Okay.
Thank you for your cooperation.
From Cedar Rapids.
All right.
Um, let me go up and get you a few more names. People love this. You guys are doing a great
Awesome.
job.
Thank you.
A lot of great positive feedback about it. So.
Thank you. Yeah. Salutations, viewers, and welcome to AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Tonight we bring you a girls and boys CIML doubleheader, and now it's the boys' turn as a CIML showdown takes place. the 5-9 Mohawks of Mason City and your 6-3 Little Cyclones of Ames. And we're glad to have you with us, folks. Carter White with Ryan Eggert live from Ames High Gymnasium. It's been a long time since we've seen boys basketball action on AHS Sports Network, so here's an update. Since the beginning of the calendar year, they won at Fort Dodge, dropped one at Dowling in similar fashion to the Centennial loss a month ago today. Shockingly, were upset by the Bobcats, losing to them for the first time in 9 years, and this Tuesday beat Des Moines East by 27 points. Now, Ames is ranked third in the CIML Iowa division under number 2 Ankeny and number 1 Ankeny Centennial. Combining these two factors, the way the season's been going in 2021 and the rankings, Ames is in a position where they're going to need to avoid as many losses as possible from this point forward for their state tournament hopes.
Absolutely. These games they're pivotal for Little Cyclones' chances at the state tournament, as you mentioned before. They're going to need to be quick out of the gates, building up a lead that they can hopefully maintain, unlike what we saw in the girls' game. So overall, the start definitely could win the game for either team tonight.
So both teams have one player who is always particularly clutch. For Ames, it's obviously junior Taman Lipsy with 18.7 points per game. And for Mason City, it's junior Corey Miner, who averages 23.5 points per game and is the leading scorer in Class 5A with 305 points thus far on the season. However, we're not sure if he's playing or not. We don't see him starting. He might be injured. We'll keep you updated on that. Despite that, Ames is going to have a slight advantage in this game because Lipsy does have a partner in crime, senior Keyshawn Brooks, who averages 12 points a game. But for the Mohawks, nobody on Mason City other than Miner averages even 6 points. So he'll have to play well, and we'll probably have to see a contribution from other people on the team for Mason City to pull off a win tonight.
Yeah, Mason City are going to need a large team contribution to win tonight. On the other hand, if Lipsy and Brooks are able to kind of put up what they've done so far this year, they should be good to go. And Ames definitely has a good chance at winning tonight.
All right, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into your starters right now. So here they are. First for Mason City, head coached by Nick Trask. A 6'4 sophomore forward, number 3, Jess Cornick. A 6'1 sophomore guard, number 13, Cale Hobart. A 6-foot sophomore forward, number 15, Malachi Johnson. A 6'3 sophomore forward, number 33, David Williamson. And a 6'4 junior center, number 51, Michael Willis. Now for the Ames Little Cyclones, head coached by Vance Downs. A senior guard, number 5, Casey Mumm. A junior guard, number 14, Taman Lipsy. A senior guard, number 30, Keyshawn Brooks. A senior forward, number 44, Patrick Kraffel. And a junior center, number 52, Corey Phillips. And with that being said, we'll take a quick break and be right back, folks. Keep it right here. Second half of the doubleheader coming up in just a second. You're watching AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. All right, and before we begin, we'll get the scoreboard set up to go for this next game, and I'll give a few shout-outs. First, we have Grandma Karen and Roxy from Independence, Iowa. And we have Vaughn Lemden in Cedar Rapids and Hannah Mumm in Iowa City. Thank you for tuning in, folks. We appreciate your support. So as I said earlier, Corey Miner, I wasn't sure if he was out or not. Now I know for sure Corey Miner not playing tonight. So pretty much Mason City just lost their main contributor. Like we said, nobody averages even any more than 6 points a game.
My
So
goodness.
we'll need to see some contribution from other sides. Craffle and Willis were in the tip-off. Ames won it, and we're underway. Here's Brooks. Wanted to
come on.
pass outside. Instead, the plan was interrupted by Hobart for Mason City. 7:40 to go in the first. Hobart in the center circle finally brings it into the front court. Now at the right wing. Trying to find an open man. What great pressure from Lipsy. The ball goes out of bounds. Lipsy was not giving him any inches there.
Yeah, I don't know how long it took him to get out of the backcourt there, but is it 8 seconds or 10 seconds that you have to get out of the back? I think it's 10.
It's 8 in the NBA. I'm not sure about here.
I think it's 10 up until college and whatever, but I could be wrong.
Here's Cornick, 7:20 to go in the first. Now into the corner, it's Johnson. Johnson falls down. And a foul's gonna be called. They're gonna get Lipsy on that one. That's his first of the game. $7:15 to go in the first, and Mason City keeps the ball. It's Hobart with the ball. He'll be in the inbound. Gets it into Cornick near the center circle. He brings it to the right wing, just inside. Unable to lay it in. Still a scoreless game as we hit 7 minutes to go in the first. Lipsy driving for the hole, and he's got it. 2-0, and Lipsy gets the first score of the game, and it's going to be for Ames. Good start for Lipsy.
Good start for Lipsy. He's got to make sure that he doesn't get another foul here early that could put him up to 2.
Hobart missed it. Thankfully, Williamson got the rebound for Mason City, and Johnson had it taken away from him, and now, wow. That was a tough fall, and Keyshawn Brooks is slow to get up.
Oh, that, I don't know if they hit knees or whatever, but they, like, T-bone. It was like a T-bone crash. Oh, he's holding his knee. That's not good.
Keyshawn Brooks is in critical condition down there. He's not looking good at all. Only a minute, 30 seconds into the game, and Ames has lost somebody who is a major contributor to this team. I wasn't even able to see what exactly happened.
Well, what happened was that Casey got the ball up off of the... He got the ball. He tried to pass it, but because he was on the floor, he wasn't able to get much bounce on it. Keyshawn picked it up. One of the Mason City players was running back, and I believe that was Williamson, and they kind of T-boned Keyshawn. They must have like hit knees, but at least he was able to walk off under his own power, so that kind of eliminates some seriousness out of it, so that's good.
6:24 to go in the first. Luth checks in, replacing Brooks for now. We'll try and keep you updated on how he's doing and whether or not he'll get back into the game. Here's Lipsy. Pass to Mum. Corner 3 is good, and it's a 5-point lead for Ames. 5-0. You got 6 minutes to go in the first, and the ball was almost stolen back by Mum. And instead, he just tips it out of bounds, and Mason City will keep it. Without Minor, I feel like it could be hard for Mason City to potentially win this game. But it's still very early in the game and too early to call stuff, as Willis misses 2 from underneath, but he's fouled on his second one, and that'll send him to the line. 5-0, 5:49 to go in the first. And the first one's good. Mason City finally on the board. And he's got the second one as well, 5-2. 5:49 to go in the first. Now here's Lipsy to Mum. Drives for the hole. Oh, and the shot was deflected. Shot was deflected, I believe, by Willis, but they're going to call him for a foul. A little bit too aggressive from Willis. As the first one from Mum from the line is good, 6-2. 5:40 to go in the first. As Lipsey's back into the Ames lineup. Second one's not going to make it. So now Mason City with the ball with 5:32 to go in the first. Ball's in the hands of Hobart. He now gets it to Willis. Now at the top of the key, it's Cornick. Cornick looking for a man to pass to. Finally finds, who is that? That is Hobart at the right wing. 5:15 to go in the second, or first rather. Pass
What was
from
he
Williamson, and the ball was stolen. Now you have a foul called.
I really don't know what the Mason City player was doing, why he didn't, try and go around for a jump shot there. But the person fouled is actually playing in his, I believe, second game for Ames. He transferred from Waterloo, I believe, school in Waterloo. Is Trevion LeBeau, I believe that's how you pronounce his name.
Mm-hmm. Now Phillips lays it in from underneath, and it's an 8-2 game. Corey Phillips with just what the doctor ordered. Carter Thomas into the game for the Mohawks. He's at the top of the key. Now he finds Cornick, who takes a left wing three, no good. Lipsey the rebound for Ames. He'll drive for the hole, can't lay it in, but he's fouled on his way there. Lipsey draws the foul on his way to the hole. He's so good at doing that.
Yeah, he's so aggressive in being able to get to the basket, and he's very effective from under the basket, as well as Phillips, who puts it in there.
And Corey Phillips, and now Ames already off to a great start. Mason City looking at a long night if they can't start to contribute, and Luth gets the steal for Ames. Now here's a three-pointer from Lipsey, no good. Rebound's taken by Mum. He gets it back out to Lipsey. 4:14 to go in the first. And the clock continues to move, and a timeout is taken. Was a timeout taken?
What's going on? What's going on now?
I'm not sure. Coach Downs communicating with one of the refs. Malachi Johnson checks back into the Mohawks lineup.
That was strange.
I don't know what that was.
I really don't know what that was either.
Well, it's 4:12 to go in the first. Here's Lipsey. Center circle. And now into the Ames lineup is Trevion LeBeau. And Luth also into the Ames lineup. He got past the ball. Now it's LeBeau underneath, and they'll call it traveling. Ball will go the other way as a result. 3:52 to go in the first. And now it's time for Mason City to try and cut in this lead.
Mm-hmm. So
3:48 to go in the first. Mohawks have the ball, and they're down by 8. Here's Carter Thomas. Thomas double-teamed by Mum and Luth. Finally finds an open man. Now the ball's in the hands of Hobart at the top of the key. He'll drive the lane, stop and go. Now it's Washington at the top of the key into Thomas. And an alley-oop layup is good from Washington to make it a 10-4 game. That was an impressive play.
Oh, it's a good passer, better finish.
And now underneath, it's LeBeau who tried to gain control and went out of bounds, and it's 10-4. 3:12 to go in the first. Shipman, and now it's a foul. Hobart went down aggressively. That's going to be on Phillips.
That's number 2 for him, I believe.
Patrick Craffle also into the Ames lineup. Well, Phillips leads the team with 23 fouls, so it's going to be important he tries to lay off of it a little bit if necessary, and Brandon Shipman's going to lay it in, but like I said, they're going to need Phillips to maybe just tone it down a bit as Luth drains it from outside, 13-6. Because now that you have Brooks, actually Brooks looks like he's about to head back into the game.
Hopefully LeBeau can be a nice backup man if Brooks were to get hurt. And we haven't seen too much of him yet, but you know, still a long ways to go. What? That's another. That's a foul there.
2:25 to go in the first. Here's Luth in the corner to Brooks. Lipsy at the right wing. Drives the lane, now pushes it back. Tried to get it back out. Washington got the steal for Mason City. And now you got a double dribble. And the ball head the other way. 2:12 to go in the first. 13-9. Craffle on the inbound to Lipsy. Lipsy slows down the pace of what has been so far a fast-paced game. 2 minutes to go in the first. Here's Luth, top of the key. Brooks, who returns after that dramatic fall. Now it's Luth, a corner three, no good. Rebound taken by LeBeau. He can't put it in, but he's fouled. Travion LeBeau will shoot for Ames. We got 2 shots coming up. Now Mason City sitting at 6 fouls. They might get to the bonus before the first quarter's even done.
Could happen.
That would be something, as he's not going to make his second one, and Brooks gets the offensive rebound. Now here's Lipsy, lays it in. That was a poor job by Mason City of trying to get the rebound. Rebounds do matter, folks. Malachi Johnson falls down, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it in the hands of Mason City. 1:29 to go in the first. .129. Sam Burton checking into the Ames lineup. Cornick inbounds, or Washington inbounds to Cornick, back to Washington. Now here's Johnson with the ball. Takes it from about the baseline, can't lay it in, and Lipsy gets the rebound for Ames. 1:15 to go in the first, and the little Cyclones have the ball. Craffle can't lay it in. Fouled on his way to the hole.
Well, there's your bonus you were talking about, I believe. That
should be, yep.
Could be, yes it is, number 7.
And Ames is going to be in the bonus in the first quarter. First one from the line is no good from Craffle. That is something you don't see every day.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. And Mason City's been playing pretty physical, as well as Ames, but Ames has the edge right now.
1:11 to go in the first, as again, Mason City not capitalizing on free throw rebounds, and even when it's a given that they probably should get it. And now we reach 53 seconds to go in the first. There's Johnson, who can't lay it in, and the rebound's going to be taken by LeBeau. 45 seconds to go in the first. Corner three from Vertinen, too strong. Rebound taken by Willis, and the ball will go the other way. Malachi Johnson. Pass to Cornick. Pass to Washington at the left wing. 25 seconds to go in the first. Now here's Cornick again at the top of the key. Moves inside, can't put it up and in, but Willis is there to back him up. Like a good neighbor, Willis is there, and it's an 18-11 game. 6 seconds to go in the first, and now Lipsy with a chance to hold for the last shot. Now it's Brooks, corner three at the end of the quarter, and it bounced around and didn't go in. That would have been something if it would have gone in, and now it's 18-11. That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter, and with that being said, we're going to mention our sponsors. AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube is brought to you by the following. OBS Studio, free and open source software for video recording and live streaming. Download and start streaming quickly and easily on Windows, Mac, or Linux. And by YouTube Live, bringing you live streams on YouTube.com since 2008. And if you want to stay up to date on all things AHS Sports Network, you can follow us on our Twitter and Instagram. Hopefully there will be a Facebook coming soon. And remember, folks, to be notified right when we go live or upload, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell. And now we're ready to get back into the game. We're entering the second quarter of what has been a dominant performance from Ames, yet Mason City just trailing by a little bit.
Yeah.
7-point game. I see potential for Mason City to potentially make this a close game, even though they're missing their main man, Corey Minor. We'll just have to see how much Mason City can chip away at this lead.
Yeah, surprisingly, without their main scorer, they've been able to, stay relatively close to Ames. It's been good for them.
Senior number 10 checked in to the Ames lineup, a Cole attack. 7:43 to go in the second. Here's Brooks at the right wing. Shifts around the corner, or the arch rather. Attack with the ball, 7:33 to go in the second. Now passes to Brooks. Brooks from the elbow, can't lay it in. The rebound's gonna be taken by Willis. And now you got a foul, probably called on LeBeau. Or was that not a foul? That was something else.
Maybe he was just out of bounds off of him. I don't know.
False alarm, ladies and gentlemen. 7:17 to go in the second. 18-11 is the score. And now you got a foul. Or not. Was that a backcourt violation? I don't think it was. I don't know what that was.
Don't know.
.705 to go in the second. Craffle to Mum. Now inside Craffle again. Right wing three is in and out from Brooks, who has been scoreless in this game thus far.
That's something you don't see very often.
Now Willis lays it in underneath, and it's 18-13. Only a 5-point game now as Mason City attempting to take the lead, which they have not had. I don't think they've had the lead for the entire game.
No.
6:25 to go in the second. Craffle tried to steal the ball. It went out of bounds off of his hands. Goes into the hands of Mason City as Lipsy checks in for Ames. Here's Hobart at the top of the key. Now a bounce pass into the corner. Three-pointer is good from Cornick. 20-16. 6:10 to go in the second. Now it's Lipsy with a pass to LeBeau. In the corner, it's Mum. Top of the key. Craffle. LeBeau underneath. Can't lay it in, but a foul's called. Not really sure why Phillips isn't in.
Well, he had 2 fouls.
Ah, that is true.
in
Now
the
that I
first
think about it.
quarter.
Good chance they're just trying to preserve him before he gets into more foul trouble. As we mentioned
Exactly.
earlier, he is the leading fouler for Ames.
I don't know if that's a title that you necessarily want to have. But
I wouldn't. LeBeau misses his first one from the line and drains the second one. He actually had never shot free throws before tonight.
At least for Ames, right? Because he had played at a different school.
Yes, precisely. And now you
Ooh.
got a Mum fell down hard. Gets right back
Oh.
up.
Took a kind of an awkward foul. It was like almost like his left leg slid out from under him.
And Willis is going to check in. Willis actually is called for the foul. That now puts him in foul trouble with 3 fouls. And, well, that would be a shame. You don't want Mum to get injured again.
No, he's already been through enough injury trouble as it has been. So that would just be kick to the gut.
Casey Mum able to make it from the foul line, and now it goes out of bounds off his hands. 5:39 to go in the second. Inbound pass to Cornick. Now from the elbow, Washington can't lay it in, and Ames takes over. Just under 5.5 to play in the second. Lipsy out to Brooks at the left wing. Now it's Craffle. Mum at the right wing, 5:20 to go in the second. 3-on-2 from Mason City. 3-pointer by Brooks. No. Keyshawn Brooks, probably the second best contributor of the team, scoreless tonight.
I mean, he hasn't necessarily had the luck of the rim so far.
Lipsy drives for the hole, lays it in. 25-16, and now a timeout is taken. 4:54 to go in the second, and that'll bring us to a break. We'll be right back. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, folks. 4:47 to go in the second. Mason City down by 9. Looking to chip away at the lead. Inside, it's Thomas, unable to lay it in. And Ames will take over. Luth underneath. Now it's LeBeau. That was a great recovery. Luth almost had the ball go out of bounds, but he got it into LeBeau, who laid it in.
Yeah, very well done there by Luth to keep the play alive as double team.
Johnson was double teamed, and it leads to a missed 3-pointer from Cornick.
What?
Travel is called.
Bruh.
That will keep the ball in the hands of Mason City. Just as quickly as Ames was given the ball.
That was rather unfortunate.
And Mum almost lost the ball. Now here's Lipsy gonna guard for the hole. Counted on the
Cannon.
foul.
Oh my goodness.
And he was falling down. Wow. Falling down, and he still got it. Taman Lipsy just comes in clutch like that, folks.
Wow. It was a very kind of awkward shot, as that is the. Now we have a second player that is. David Williamson is now in foul trouble with 3 fouls. 3 fouls.
Well, Lipsy wasn't able to make the and one, but Luth had his back. And now the ball will go out of bounds and into the hands of Ames.
Oh, they got the possession arrow mixed up again. Oh, no.
I'm not sure who to believe. We'll let you know, folks.
I've got it with Ames right now.
Oh,
Ooh, he
Lipsy tried
to-
to dunk.
Oh, man. He tried it.
Wouldn't that have been something if that went in?
Oh,
Johnson.
definitely a buzz.
That would have been a dunk over Johnson, and that would have been on Hoop
that-
Mixtape, folks.
Actually, that would have been. That's Williamson's 4th foul. I don't know why they haven't, why they haven't taken him out, given him a rest. Because
Williamson rather on the foul. My bad.
Yeah. I don't know. Good chance he'll foul out by the end of the first half. At this rate.
3:38 to go in the second. Pass to Williamson in the major foul trouble. Johnson from the elbow. Now a pass to Thomas at the right wing. Ames bench getting loud. Thomas with a backwards pass
Wait.
to Johnson. They're going to say it went off of Ames
went off of
last. I didn't
Ames?
see that.
Bro, what you? Oh my goodness. I didn't see it go off of Ames' player,
neither.
so not much I can say about that one.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Here's Washington at the right wing. Now gets it to Malachi Johnson. Pass to Thomas at the right wing. 3:13 to go in the second and counting. Reverse layup is no good from Thomas. Here's Mum. LeBeau lays it in. 34-16. Thomas. Well, LeBeau has been quite the contributor. We haven't seen him. Did he just move here?
This is his first home game as an Ames player. I believe he may have played on Tuesday, but I don't know. But he because of the transfer rules, he wasn't allowed to play until January 15th. So I don't know whether he would have been able to play last Friday, but granted that game got rescheduled to tomorrow. And so he had to wait until probably just after it to get into the lineup. So this is his first home game.
Well, nevertheless, what a contribution. He has 8 points tonight. Lipsy's got 14. Mum's got 6. Looks like Luth has got 5.
Wait a minute.
So I'm liking what I'm seeing here from Ames. This is really what they're going to need in order to keep this up, is a team contribution. If they keep this up, I have a good feeling they'll take the win home tonight.
Yeah. No, I think LeBeau was kind of that missing role in a way. Like, I won't say he's necessarily a backup because he's really not. He deserves to be in the starting lineup, but he's that extra player that you would need. And Ames decided to social distance on that defense under the basket, but granted they've got a 16-point lead.
Now a corner three from Vertinen, not even close. And Washington takes it the other way for Mason City. Now here's Johnson at the top of the key. Shifts it to the elbow, puts it up, and no good. LeBeau going to take it the other way, 2:13 to go in the second and counting. Now here's Brooks at the right wing. And the ball is almost stolen away by Thomas, but Brooks regains control. Here's LeBeau, Vertinen. LeBeau again, back to Brooks. Right wing three, you bet. And Ames extends the lead to 19. So thus far, a dominant performance from the Little Cyclones, leading to a 19-point lead. Here's Washington, inside to Johnson. Can't lay it in off the glass. Luth gets the rebound for Ames, and Brooks takes it the other way. 1:35 to go in the second. Tate Zalaski, number 42, checked into the Ames lineup. He passes to Vertinen, who gets it to LeBeau, who gets it to Brooks, who gets it to Luth. He falls down. Opportunity for the ball to be stolen, and a timeout's taken by Ames. They use their first timeout of the night.
Yep. Good call there. Good choice to call timeout. Make sure that they wouldn't have been called for a travel.
So it's a minute 22 to go in the second. 37-18 is the score. Ames has so far been pouring it on. However, we did see Ames with quite a dominant lead over Centennial and the last time we broadcasted, and
That's right.
that ended with Centennial coming out on top. So Ames has still got to hold on to the lead. They can't
Right.
let it go.
Yeah, they got. Excuse me. They still got another half to play, and that's going to be important for them to make sure that they don't lose this lead that they have, which is a pretty big lead.
Now the ball is stolen away. Brooks is going to fall down. Got a foul called on him. That's going to be the first for Brooks.
Been a while since a foul has been called on an Ames player that I can remember.
Nico Stevens, number 50, into the Ames lineup, a senior. Now here's Hobart at the right wing to Johnson at the top of the key. Left wing, it's Washington. Finds Thomas, drives the lane. Put it up, and he was fouled on his way there. 52.4 seconds to go in the second. And the foul's going to be called on Brooks. No, rather on Stevens. First shot is good from Thomas, and a Cole attack checks into the Ames lineup. They do some switching around at the baseline lines. And now here's a second one from Thomas. He makes both of them. He shoots 22.2% from the line as Brooks lays in a teardrop from the baseline. So if you're Mason City, what are you going to do for the rest of the half?
Maybe try and end the half with a few baskets here. Get a little bit of momentum going into halftime. Ideally, try and keep the gap below 20. A travel.
So travel is called. That gives the ball to Mason City. Something they desperately needed given the lead that they have to come back from. 17 points. Probably will hold for the last shot of the half as you now got 10 seconds to go. Here's a three-pointer, no good from Kornick. And Ames will have the final shot at the half. 3 seconds to go. Here's Brooks.
He's got a launch.
Desperation three. Nope.
He wasn't far away, though. At a really tough angle from the left corner there.
Ten minutes to go in the second. 39-22. A dominant first half from Ames. We'll have to see if they can keep up this great performance so far. And now we're going to have another performance from the Ames High drill team for your halftime entertainment.
Please welcome the Ames High drill team under the direction of Sarah Buss. Tonight they will be performing a poop routine to Proud Mary. Sit back and enjoy the colorful and energetic performance by the Ames High varsity drill team.
Personal opinion, that is probably harder than it looks. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we reach halftime in this second half of the Mason City and Ames doubleheader. 39-22 is the score going into the locker rooms of the boys' game. We'll be back with halftime after this break. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, folks. AHS Basketball and AHS Sports Network on YouTube. The second half of the Mason City Ames doubleheader, the boys edition. Currently, the Little Cyclones lead the Mohawks 39-22 in a game that so far has been a dominant performance from the Little Cyclones. I honestly just think they need to keep doing what they're doing, and I think they'll come out on top.
Yeah, I agree. You know, we've seen the aggressiveness from Lipsy, you know, the ability of playmaking from Brooks. LeBeau, we've seen his aggressiveness as well down in the post, and overall, they've done well. If they just continue to do it, continue to maintain this big lead that they've got, they should go on and win.
Let's see if they're able to do that. Here we go. Second half of the doubleheader.
You've been waiting to say that, haven't you?
Oh, of course I have. Actually, I just came up with it. Thomas the inbound, and the second half is away. Here's Cornick at the baseline. Mason City going to start off with the ball, and such a desperate need to start off with the ball considering the lead they have to come back on. And it's not going to start well as Willis is unable to lay it in inside the paint, and Ames gets control of the ball. 7.5 to go in the third. Here's Lipsy, who's had 9 points tonight. Probably going to have even more in this second half, as now you got Mum. 7:20 to go in the third. Now you got Brooks at the right wing. Shifting around the key.
Oh.
Lipsy unable to lay it in from the left wing. And the Mohawks will take it the other way. Now it's Johnson at the right wing. Top of the key, you got Thomas. Now it's Hobart. Three-pointer is no good from Thomas. And rebound is taken by Cornick. 6:51 to go in the third, 39-22. Thomas with an inbound pass to Willis. Now he passes out to Hobart. Here's Johnson at the left wing. 6:40 to go in the third. And the ball is stolen away by Lipsy. 6:36 to go in the third. Tried to take a coast-to-coast foul on his way there. Lipsy will go to the line as a result. And they are going to get, I believe, Willis for that one. No, rather they're going to get Hobart. Lipsy's first one from the line is good. Lipsy shoots 75.6% from the line, so most of the time it's going in whenever he's at the line. And he's got the second one as well. Should mention that Phillips is back in, currently with 2 fouls. Aggressive defense from Ames right here.
I'm not sure what exactly, I can't see who that is. That's number 3. That is Cornick. I'm not sure what he was trying to do in the backcourt, but I think there was just a jump ball now.
Got a lot of people headed for the ball at that moment. Washington comes into the Mason City lineup. It's 6:19 to go in the third, 41-22.
The possession
Craffle.
arrow should change now, right? Because I think that was a jump ball. Yeah,
Yep.
it did. Yep.
It did. Well, they're getting it right now, folks.
Hopefully it'll stay that way.
If you were in the girls' game, you should have just seen it. Oh, what a pick and roll from Lipsy to Craffle. Oh, but it didn't go in.
Oh, that's.
But Brooks is going to get the ball back for Ames. Oh, how about that? Now Craffle's going to. Oh, he
my
tried to redeem
goodness
himself, and
me.
instead it rolled out again.
Oh, I mean, man can't get any luck. Man, that was just so unlucky.
2 back-breaking misses from Craffle, and it's 5:40 to go in the third. Mason City has the ball. Ames bench participating in a bunch of claps, and there's a missed 3 off the rim from Thomas. 5:27 to go in the third. Lipsy has the ball for Ames. Top of the key now shifts to Brooks in the corner. Bounce pass. To Phillips at the top of the key. Gets it to Mumm. Now Mumm tries his luck underneath, and that's going to go in. 43-22, and Ames has reached a 21-point lead. Mason City's got some ground to make up, and double teamed in the corner is Washington. But Mason City manages to keep the ball. Here's Hobart inside. Bounce pass to Washington, lays it in. 43-24, and it's 4:45 to go in the third. Here's Mumm. A dish out to Brooks on the bounce pass, and he lays in the left wing three.
Finally got one to drop. He had a couple of unfortunate misses in the first half, and he got it back.
Now a baseball pass to Mumm. He was fouled before he took the shot by Thomas. Minimal amount of contact led to a foul.
That's the third foul for Thomas for Mason City.
4:22 to go in the third. Here's Brooks. Pass to Phillips. Brooks again at the left wing. 4:15 to go in the third. Lipsy at the top of the key. Looking around, finally drives for the hole. Dishes out to Luth. Corner three, no good. Rebound's going to be taken by Hobart for Mason City. The comeback has got to start sometime now for Mason City. Washington unable to get the engine started as he missed a corner three. Now Ames has the ball, and Taman Lipsy with the slam. Gimme that bread, big fella. And this dude's only like 6'1".
Yeah, well, it was about time because we had, I think LeBeau or was it Taman tried earlier in the first half to dunk it. Almost got it, but that time he was able to throw it down. So you can kind of feel it coming in a way.
Tate Zalaski was so hyped up from the bench that he went all the way out to high-five every last player coming in. So now it's 3:31 to go in the third, 48-24. Mason City has just got to turn something around in order to start chipping away at this lead, because as of right now, if things keep going the way they are now, Ames will most definitely win the game.
Yeah, they got a long way back, and with every ticking second and every point that they go down, that margin, well, should I say the percentage of them winning gets smaller and smaller. So, you know, they gotta need to get going quickly, like you said.
Thomas inside to Washington, missed the shot, got his own rebound, put it up and in. 48-26, and that's Willis rather, my bad. 3:17 to go in the third. Here's Lipsy at the right wing. Passes inside to LeBeau. Spin around, layup, no good. And the rebound is taken by Thomas. 3:05 to go in the third. And now he dishes out to Shipman. Thomas again at the right wing. 2:54 to go in the third. Shipman again. Here's Washington. Shifting around the key. Luth is going to try and get the steal. Thomas regained control. 2:40 to go in the third. Now here's Washington. Pass to Shipman. Washington at the top of the key. 2:30 to go in the third. Thomas. And now at the baseline, it's Hobart. Thomas inside. That's a lay-in from Willis. 48-28, and it's a 20-point game. Here's Lipsy. Pass to Phillips. Back to Lipsy. Now a aggressive pass into the corner. Luth takes another three. No good. Lucas Luth, who's 30% from outside the arch. He did have a little bit of a hot hand from 3 in the first half, and now Thomas lays it in for Mason City. They've cut the lead down to 18. So they've pretty much got to start capitalizing on possessions like they have been doing, and maybe they could see themselves back into this game.
Yeah, it's going to take, you know, a lot of. That certainly won't help their cause.
Yeah, no kidding. I was about to say. About to say stuff like that really can't happen if they want to get this comeback.
Right.
1:17 to go in the third. Here's Washington. Pass to Shipman at the baseline. Now here's Hallbart. 1:05 to go in the third. Pass is too strong, and Hobart, it goes out of bounds, and it's 1:05 to go in the third. 1:05 to go in the third. It's 51-30. So we'll have to see how the rest of this half plays out. Obviously, Mason City could use some points for momentum heading into the fourth quarter.
Right. I'm a little perplexed as to why they took Phillips out. I don't think he picked up another foul since the end of the first half.
Maybe just because we're nearing the end of the third quarter, they thought Phillips is a valuable enough player. You'd hate for him to go into the fourth quarter with 3 fouls.
Right. I can understand that perspective. Maybe they want to try and save him for tomorrow. Get him rested up for the big game against Ankeny tomorrow.
I knew I was forgetting something. I wanted to mention that in the girls' broadcast, and I never did, as underneath. Ring Yak, the junior center, number 32, laid it in. He checked into the lineup earlier. Ames with a 23 lead, 19 seconds to go in the third, and Mason City looking to do something. Maybe get a three-pointer, get some momentum, and hopefully be able to make a comeback. Now Thomas off the glass, no good, and Ames is going to have the last shot of the half, and it'll be a layup for Mumm. Shot was not going to be off in time anyways from Hobart, and it's 55-30. Ames looking to get another win over Mason City. They already avenged. They're looking to avenge the girls from their loss earlier. We'll see if they can after this break. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Folks, I actually forgot we mentioned our sponsors now. So we'd like to remind you that AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube is brought to you by OBS Studio, free and open source software for video recording and live streaming. YouTube Live, bringing you live streams on YouTube.com since 2008. And if you want to stay up to date on all things AHS Sports Network, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We have a Facebook coming soon, hopefully. And, of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel and push the notification bell to be notified the moment we upload or go live. And with that, we're right back into the game. Sorry for that quick interruption, folks. I thought I almost forgot that we needed to mention our sponsors. And now, what do we need to see from Mason City to get back into this game?
Heck of a lot of scoring and extremely efficient lockdown defense.
Got to shut down Lipsy. He has 16 points tonight, and Mumm's going to get a steal, and that's not a good start. Now it's Lipsy to Mumm. Fake the pass, drove for the lane, and a jump ball is called. I don't see a jump ball there.
Okay. Well, looks like they had changed it back, but now, it's going to be, well, it was Ames' jump ball, apparently. And then they got jump ball.
Here's Mumm for three, no good. Rebound's going to be taken by Mumm. He gets his own rebound, and Yak tries to lay it in. Can't the first time, can't the second time. Yak gets a third rebound in a row. And the ball this time is stolen by Mason City. They're going to need that over and over again. Pass out to LeBeau.
Come on, dunk it.
Nobody's even trying to defend him, and he got to the hole way too easy. 6:45 to go in the fourth. Nobody was even trying to defend LeBeau. Now he has 10 points tonight.
No. I feel like there will be at least one more jam before tonight ends. If not, I'm going to be kind of disappointed because I could feel it on that last one if he didn't take that Euro step.
Cornick, 6:20 to go in the fourth. Thomas, now with a pass, and he tries to get it to somebody. Willis. And a timeout's taken by the Mohawks. And it's a 57-30 game. 6:11 to go in the fourth. Mohawks have a long way to go. They're going to come back in this game. We'll see if they can. After this break, keep it right here. You're watching AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, folks. 6:11 to go in the fourth. 57-30 is the score. Mason City, they'll have the ball, and they are in desperate need of a 27-point comeback. That's what they're trying to do. The destination is far, maybe not impossible, but far.
Yeah, I would agree with that. 27 points in 6 minutes is going to be difficult. Number one, they're going to have to get the ball back, and Ames, what they're going to want to do is drain the clock as much as they possibly can or put enough points on the board to secure the victory.
It doesn't help that Willis, who has 10 points tonight for Mason City, is one foul away from going to the bench for the night. Attack for three, he's got it, and it's a 30-point lead for Ames. 5:30 to go in the fourth. Shipman, top of the key, it's Hobart. 5:20 to go in the fourth. Now it is Shipman again, and the ball is stolen by Yak. And LeBeau's gonna lay it in, 62-30. This could be your ball game if Mason City doesn't get things going. There's only 5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, I don't know. That last pass looked like it hit Vertinen on the back of the head, and that's how Ames is able to steal it, using your head.
Now the ball is almost stolen. Willis manages to keep it, and we got a jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it with the Mohawks. So now Zalaski will head into the Ames lineup, and Thomas, Washington, and Johnson, I believe, will head into the Mason City lineup. 4:35 to go in the fourth and counting. Foul is called. Jonathan Beverly, a junior guard, number 2, checked into the Ames lineup as well. And he picked up a foul there. Johnson, rather, with a nice Nice little teardrop. Oh, and now the ball is almost saved by Yak, but it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Ames, but I mean they've got a 30-point lead with 4 minutes. I can say their victory is almost assured here unless some monumental collapse occurs.
Washington, or Johnson rather, with a promising elbow jumper, but it didn't fall. Now it's 4:05 to go in the fourth. And there's Beverly who can't lay it in. Johnson falls down on his way up. Falls down on his way up. That didn't make sense. 3:59 to go in the fourth. Mason City gets the ball as a result of Beverly, who's, I don't even know if he's been in the game for a minute. He already has 2 fouls.
I mean, he's got nothing to lose here. I mean, just think about it.
Thomas, spin move, inside, and Johnson's gonna have his shot deflected. Now Sam Vertinen in for Ames, an attack, and the ball is stolen. Johnson gets his hands on it for Mason City, 3.5 to go in the fourth. Now here's Washington. Thomas at the top of the key for 3. Off the top of the rim, and the rebound's taken by Yak, and at this point, 3:10 to go in the fourth. You pretty much can call it ball game at this point, folks.
Yeah, pretty much. Mason City isn't putting up enough shots to warrant the possibility of a comeback. So I think they are probably just accepting the fact that they're down by quite a bit and that they're not going to come back.
Hobart trying to break some ankles, and now here's a 3 from Burton, and he's got it. Sam Vertinen with only his 3rd three-pointer of the season. Just like Buss in the last game had only hit her 3rd three-pointer of the season. It's a first for everybody tonight. Now junior guard, number 34, Devin Settle checks into the Ames lineup. And Nico Stevens back into the Ames lineup as well. 2.5 to go in the fourth, and that right there should tell you folks that Ames has got their hands on the W.
Oh.
Now you got Cam Wiley. Simon's also into the Mason City lineup, as well as Davian Maxwell. As well as Carson Simons. 2:06 to go in the fourth. Davion Maxwell managed to lay it in for the Mohawks. Pass out. Three-pointer is good by junior Con Dutt. Con Dutt with his very first three-pointer of the season. Lots of people getting experience and getting shots that they normally wouldn't. What an exciting night for this Ames team. They're going to go home happy. Beverly gets the rebound off the missed shot. And now inside it's Settle. He can't lay it in.
Oh.
And the ball is stolen by Wiley. And the ball goes out of bounds.
All the way into the storage room down there.
Uh-huh. Ames fans already starting to get up and leave.
Well, because they know that they've won.
I don't blame them.
Oop.
And now Dutt had the ball stolen from him by Maxwell, who wasn't able to lay in a layup, and a jump ball is called. Possession arrow gives it to Ames. Attack, Settle, Dutt. A minute to go in the fourth. Inside, Settle. He can't lay it in. Too strong.
Oh man, they want him to get that bucket. Let me tell you.
That would be his first of the season if he managed to make it. He'll definitely have another chance. Instead, you got Beverly. Lays it in. And it's a 70-35 game in the Little Cyclones. And now you got to lay in. Wow. From Cam Wiley, that got Mason City hyped up. Inside to Stevens. He can't lay it in. Now Settle gets the steal. To attack. Corner three. Yeah! Get in there. 73-37. Maxwell now with the ball. 10 seconds to go in the game. They might hold for the last shot. Instead, it's going to be Beverly with the steal. And Beverly will dribble it out after an absolute dominant performance from the Little Cyclones. 73-37 is the final score. Ames avenges the girls. Wow.
Wow.
What a dominant performance from Ames. Wow.
Yeah, that's about all you can say.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah, very, very well done. Even though Mason City was kind of hindered by the fact that they didn't have their top scorer, their main contributor. I mean, they tried. They tried, I'll give them that. But Ames just was a little bit too much for them tonight. So I think Ames will be happy to take this win. They'll be focusing tomorrow on a big game against Ankeny. It's a must-win, in my opinion, for them because, you know, Ankeny's one of the higher. I think they were they number 2 or was that for the girls ranked in CIML? I believe that doesn't matter, but they have to win tomorrow. And just to prove that they're able to, you know, hang with teams like of that caliber.
Yes, and well, now you got a situation where Ames, honestly, well, they needed this win, and they're going to need wins in the future. Let's just go ahead and take a look at what they've got coming up as far as their schedule. Tomorrow, they obviously play Ankeny, as we know, and that actually, I'm looking at the wrong schedule. My bad. Sorry, folks. Instead, I can just go ahead and go right here. Or rather, sorry, folks, technical difficulties. I'm kind of improvising here. And here we go. All right. So Ames has got Ankeny tomorrow. I feel like that's a good game, especially considering Ankeny is number 2 in the CIML Iowa division, and Ames is number 3. So that's going to be really important.
Yes.
For them to win. And then after that,
we got Lincoln, Fort Dodge, Urbandale, and then at Centennial, at Southeast Polk, at Ankeny, and then Roosevelt and Johnston. So pretty stacked schedule, to be completely honest. You know, this is the best, some of the best of the best, and you know they're gonna need to show that level of toughness and that level of skill that they displayed tonight against Mason City. And I think if they do that, they should be good to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, 73-37 is the final score. The Little Cyclones dominate the Mohawks. The girls couldn't get it done, but the boys did more than get it done.
Oh, you got that right.
73-37, your final score. And that'll do it for the Mason City Ames doubleheader. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of AHS Basketball on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Remember, tomorrow, we are right back here. It'll be just Ryan Eggert. I have an obligation. And the girls will start around 3. The boys will start around 4:30. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and push notifications in order to make sure you get notified right when we go live. So until next time, I'm Carter White.
I'm Ryan Eggert.
The voices of your Ames High Little Cyclones, signing off.
We did it.